Without wasting time, we'll quickly jump into some of the questions that have come in here. So I will start with Rama's question. Guys, I resumed back my series of um, Mahadashas, and I have, started with Mars Mahadasha video today. If you've not had a chance, I've already posted it. Please find some time to watch it. I was delayed with my start of the series by many months, unfortunately, but hopefully we'll finish this entire Mahadasha series this month itself. I'm preparing the chart for Rama, which is May 5th, 2003, 7:30 a.m. Hyderabad. And Ram, hope you're doing good. I want to take a look at my brother's chart. He's currently trying to clear his backlogs. I want to know what career path he will choose and when he might get a job. Um, your brother is Taurus ascendant, Moon and Rahu in Lagna, Saturn in the second house, Jupiter is exalted in the third, amazing. Ketu is in the seventh, Mars is exalted in ninth, Venus is exalted in 11th, and Mercury is retrograde combust in 12th, setting in conjunction with an exalted Sun. And this is some crafted chart or what? Um, so your brother is struggling, you said, with backlogs, and his fifth lord is Mercury, and it is combust and in retro motion in the 12th. He's not going to be great academic wise. Academically, he might not do great, but everything else he's going to be pretty good. I can assure you of that. Okay, he has multiple Dhan yogas and Raj yogas in his chart. Exalted moon as well. Actually, I forgot to call that out. But if the question is specifically for this period to crack open his backlogs, let me just quickly look at the dashas. um, and yeah, he's going through Rahu Mars Saturn, and he'll get into Rahu Mars Mercury like after September. Also the period all the way until November for him to crack his exams might not be the best period. Okay, he might struggle, but eventually as he moves towards 2025, things are going to get better from Jan onwards. um, and yeah, I mean, after 2024 the year looks much better for him all the way till April of 2025. So if academically that is the period which is going to be coming into play, then I think he should be much more confident during that period. But for the next 2 to 3 months, I don't see a great period for him to be able to clear whatever he is going through. But right after that, I think there is going to be a lot of change. I think a lot of positive period, very very good period actually coming in for him from December and all the way starting from January, and the last phase of Rahu Mahadasha for him, as well as the Jupiter Mahadasha, which starts from um, the April May month onwards period, is going to be pretty good for him. Very very good for him. Okay, a couple of things I think. um, Beautiful. See, he has to. So gains are going to be good. Okay, gains are going to be good for him. The guy has to maintain stuff from his relationship perspective. I think that is where I want him to be watchful. But specifically from a career perspective, I see very good chance of him to be self-employed. He should start with some sort of a job to begin with. Okay, but I think overall, the guy will look forward to do something of his own. He should actually target to do something of his own. That will be pretty good for him. His 10th and ninth lord, both the Saturn sitting in the second house, very very good Dhan yoga, Raj yoga coming into play for him. And then ninth lord himself is exalted, third lord is exalted, means he's going to put efforts in his in whatever he starts. Ideally, the best choice of profession should be related to Mars or Saturn in his case. Means real estate, any kind of technical work, technology oriented work is going to be very, very good for him. He might struggle in the initial bit, but he should not be, whenever he gets started, he should just not manage his finances himself. Let somebody else do that for him. If somebody else manages his finances and he just focuses on his efforts and his business and his profession, I think that is going to be an extraordinary outcome for him. Now, backlog bit, I think he's what, 2003, 2021. I think he might still be in his college education. Yeah, this year 2024 doesn't look great for that. Does not look great at all for that. But I think things are going to change from 2025 onwards. Okay, and again, if his, apart from Saturn and Mercury, he could also consider something. Uh, Sorry, Saturn and Mars, he should also consider something related to, see, any kind of e-commerce, social media, work profession where he is selling himself as well, marketing himself as well, might be very, very good for him. He will do well in that space as well. So if I were in your shoes, I'll recommend him to even explore, starting with an Instagram, TikTok, whatever. At this age itself, it is going to flourish. If not right now, maybe next year onwards, definitely he's going to flourish in all those areas. So it's a pretty strong chart with multiple dhani yogas in his chart. He will have to go away far from his homeland. He will find success there. It could be outside of Hyderabad, culturally different place in India, or even abroad. Okay, so those are the key callouts that I wanted to share, Ram. I hope this is helpful. All right. The second question is from Sam, and we'll pick that one now. Sam, date of birth is 8/8/1987, 1 p.m. Durban, South Africa. 1 p.m. is 13:00 Durban, South Africa. All right. Sam, good to see you again, man. So the question is, my health is not good. What are possible diseases I could pick up, as I feel like I could have a heart attack soon? Oh boy. Where is your Mars? Your Mars is combust. Yes, health wise, you might feel um it's not heart attack. Please get a checkup on your blood. Okay, your Mars is combust. Please get a checkup on your blood report. Something related to blood should be important. Cholesterol or count of RBCs, WBCs, those kind of things. You might want to have. You have multiple combust planets sitting in your ninth house, but I still would say that you will come out of problems. Why? Because Jupiter is sitting there. It is the lord of your fifth. It is coming to sixth. It is the lord of your second as well, Sam. So, from a health wise, yes, you will face challenges, but you will come out of it. Okay. And the most important thing is, you know, you are running through Jupiter Dasha itself, Jupiter Antardasha as well. Within that, you are currently with a pratyantar of Venus, and your Venus is combust as well. Maybe that is the reason you are getting all these kind of inhibitions. But I still will recommend you, yes, please have your checkup done, because from your moon chart perspective, three of your planets are combust in your seventh house, and the sixth lord from your moon chart as well is getting combust. Okay, in your seventh, which means both Mars and Mercury being combust is not a good sign. Health wise, you might be struggling, and you are right about it. Okay, you might have some skin issues as well. I'm I can pretty certainly confirm that there could be some skin allergies or some sort of an infection that you might pick up, and that is evident in your chart. But what I will recommend is, Sam, that you get your blood report done for sure, and you will come out of it. You will face problems, but you will do well. And your Jupiter dasha is all the way till 2039. Okay, Sam. So, skin allergies, blood related issues, bone related issues, that could be a tricky bit as well. These are the kind of problems that you might face. And see, your Lagna Lord in itself is sitting to the ninth. That's a fortunate situation, but it is sitting in combustion. Okay. That is the reason I'm a little worried that, see, health battles is something that you might have to face throughout the course of your life, and you might want to be careful about it. Okay. But please do not overthink and unnecessarily, you 1987 born, you're a young guy, man. You're under 40. You should not be bringing in unnecessary problems through stress in your life. Address it. Astrology can give you certain answers, but medical science requires you to take medical efforts. So go and get the checkup done in at least these areas. If doctor recommends you something more, please pursue that. That is very, very important, Sam. All right. I hope you recover soon. You do well. Please keep me posted in the next live reading as well, as to did you take any step regarding this or not. I'll be worried about you, Sam, now. All right. So we will take Kiran's question now. Kiran Satya. That's the third question in the list here. March 31st, 1983. 31st March 1983. Time of birth 8:37 a.m. 8:37 a.m. and the place is Vizianagaram. Vizianagaram. Yes, I found it. So you are a Taurus ascendant, Venus sitting in your 12th with a combust Mars, Sun in your 11th with a combust Mercury. Interesting. Jupiter in your retrograde in your 7th. Moon and Saturn in your 6th, with Saturn being retrograde, Ketu in your 8th, and Rahu in your second house. All right. What is your question? Can I make money in stock market? I'm aiming it as a full-time career. I know that you have deep interest in that, but the amount of money that you will make will not be to your satisfaction. I'm so sorry, Kiran. I'm kind of hurting your emotions here. See, your Rahu sitting in Gemini, and your fifth lord is again Mercury. You have very strong dhan yoga, because this fifth lord Mercury, which is what represents your stock market investments and strategies as well, is coming and sitting in the 11th house. It is bang opposite to itself, 180 degrees. It is forming two dhan yogas. There's a connection of 5th and 11th that shows desires as well, and how inclined you could be towards those desires. And then you have Rahu as an expansionist sitting in your second house, and Mercury is the lord of your second house as well. So there is a dhan yoga of second and 11th connection there too. So I'm not saying you cannot pursue. You can, Kiran, and you might be able to do decently well. However, I think the outcomes may not be as you desire, or will not be to the extent, or the ROI that you are imagining may not be as you are aspiring for. And I'm typically worried because of the combustion of this Mercury, number one. Number two, this Mercury is sitting in the sign of debilitation as well, because it is sitting in the sign of Pisces. And the Lord of the same is in retro motion sitting in your seventh. So, yes, it does form business yoga, and it gives you inclination in that direction. And I completely understand why you are thinking in all those lines. But if you see, man, you've got an exalted Saturn sitting in conjunction with this moon in your sixth house. Um, gives a very strong possibility for you to first start your career. And I'm assuming you might have worked in a job, 1983 born and stuff. See, if you've been in a job and you've built your career in this space, then making a switch, boy, 2024 Mercury Mahadasha starts in stock market, hits your head. That explains why. I don't want you to quit your job right now, please. Like, don't pursue it full time. You might be making decent amount of money. There is a bull run which is going on for you till October, till November or December of 2025, till next year end. You will get into hurdles the year after. There are some major losses coming in for you, dude. Okay. Kiran, please hold your reins for the year after. I don't want you to quit your job right now. That is my request to you. You might continue that and in parallel to your job, or if you are in the stock market industry itself, in the finance industry itself, um, I want you to be patient for some time. You know, post. See, the problem is your Mars is also going in combustion. Even from your Lagna Lord perspective, if I see, uh, from your Lagna perspective, your seventh house is Scorpio, and if I see from your moon chart, again your seventh house is Aries. Both of them is Mars, but Mars is also coming into combustion, and I think you should pursue this in parallel. Uh, I think you should pursue this in parallel to your job. If you're in a job or if you're in that industry, you have to take this as a side income. This should not be your full time income, else, you are in trouble. I definitely see problems in the year 2026. And please hedge your bets, okay? Hedge your bets. You have 1 full year to plan and hedge your exposure. You have 1 full year to plan your portfolio. Hedge your bets in a way that you can minimize your risks, because, and I'm intentionally talking the financial language so that it resonates with you, man, because uh, that period of 2026 could be very, very tricky. I see some losses coming your way. Okay. Yeah. You'll do decently well in job as well. You might have been in good position in job and career and stuff. That is okay. But that exalted Saturn being the lord of both ninth and 10th, sitting in sixth, gives a very strong indication in that direction. Um, yeah, and even in the moon chart, your sixth lord is coming and forming a Dhan Yoga in the second house. So that'll be my submission to you. I'm always a proponent of doing business, being entrepreneurial. I'm very pro entrepreneurship. So I'll recommend you just dip your feet and see how it's panning out. Do not jump the gun right now, Kiran. All right, the next question is from Harsha. um, Harsha's question is for his partner. 27th August 2002. 7th August 2002. 1904 Mumbai. In 04 Mumbai. All right. So Harsha's question is, future money career prospects, studying clinical psychology masters currently is a suitable field. Any practical remedies? Thanks. Exalted Jupiter in the sixth house. Yes. She's I think she's in the field of medicine, and good. Moon is in Aries in the third. Okay. There is Saturn. Saturn is the lung lord sitting in the fifth house. Venus is with an exalted Mercury in the eighth. Clinical psychology is a very good decision. She's moving in the right direction. Okay, she's moving in the right direction. It's a good decision. Her Mars is combust in the seventh house. Whosoever has paid this, guys, Dylan, this uh, you got to take a membership. This is a membership reading. Please do not contribute. I request you to, you can pull back, and you have to be a member to participate in this reading. Okay. If you want to cancel it right now, please go ahead and do so. I'll urge you not to pay in this. You got to be a member and join the membership. If you've started the membership, that's a better choice. But I think you've contributed for fan funding or something. Ideally, that's not the right way to go about this one. All right. So Harsha, she has Mangal dosha and Sun in own sign in seventh. So just want that to be taken note of. I don't want to say too many things regarding that because uh, that is uh, like, I don't want to plant in thoughts, but you guys might want to match your charts. That is going to be important. But from a career perspective, I think that's a very good choice. It's going to be a suitable field. Um, and Money making prospects are going to be job for her. She has to be employed, working in a corporate sort of a setup. I will not recommend her, at least in the initial bit, especially through the dashas that she's going through, to pursue her own business or her own venture. um, and she might be studying still, in my mind, I think, because Venus Saturn is going on. So that bit is there, and the growth will come with some bit of delays. Okay. Yeah, growth will come with some bit of delays. Niche Bhanga is happening for her Venus, so that's good. But the Venus is the lord of her ninth house coming into eighth. That's that bit tricky, but I don't know about the health of her father's situation and stuff. But post 2025, like, some traction will start happening. There are a couple of challenging periods that I see, and worshipping or doing puja of Hanumanji is going to be very good for her chart. That's number one. It's remedy of all kinds for her, or even fasting on Fridays might be a good idea. If so, usually I do not give these kind of remedies, but in her chart, it's kind of unavoidable when I'm looking at it. So yeah, but career choice is absolutely right. She's in the right direction, doing something. I'm assuming clinical psychology here means that doing something at the backdrop, something which is going into the depth of the mind here, and that's a pretty good call. That's a pretty good call, even from a moon chart perspective. I think that's the right direction to go in, and she will become very spiritual in the long term. Very, very spiritual in the long term. Okay. Even her father could have that sort of a mindset, or maybe loss of father is also another probability, but I don't want to discuss about it. Okay, guys, please do not contribute. Power and passion, please retract. This is not this is only a membership channel, so you will have to be a member and be consistent. And I'll urge you to please consider membership, because that's how we operate. For the paid this thing, we run a session for our regular subscribers on monthly basis. So hopefully in the next weekend we will do that for the regular viewers. Okay. All right, coming back to the flow of the question, now I'm going to pick up the question from Gurukul. After Harsha, we are picking up Gurukul. So, guys, just trying to follow the same order in which the questions have been populated. Hi Dave, what career or business would bring great wealth for this chart, and when would that happen? 22nd July 1984. 22nd July 1984, and 4:44 a.m. Taipei. 4:44 a.m. Taipei. Yeah. What sort of career will for this chart? Okay, it's a Gemini ascendant. Sun and Venus. Venus in combustion in the second house. Mercury is in third. Mars with Saturn is in fifth. Ketu is in sixth. This person will not be satisfied in a job. That is for sure. Retrograde. Retrograde. Jupiter sitting in the seventh house. Moon is in 11th and Rahu is in 12th. So this person should definitely think of moving abroad or going away from their place of birth post marriage. That is going to be important for this person. Second thing is the seventh lord in itself is in retro. That's a very powerful situation. It is sitting in its own sign, but it is in retro. I will not recommend business partnerships. It also gives a strong indication of divorce. But ideally, I would want this person to pursue a business where they run the show themselves, like they are the lead, and let I mean, collaboration in terms of immediate partnership is not advisable for this chart. Okay, Lagna Lord is at 0 degree in the third house, and it is sitting in Magha Nakshatra. Very nice, very nice. So yes, business is a strong probability. This person will not succeed in job. Okay, that is very clear to me. uh, the first thing is that this person has to go away from their birthplace. This person is going through Mars Mahadasha as well. I have just released Mars Mahadasha video today. If you guys have not had a chance, please check that out. So Gurukul, you will find some of the answers as to what is happening or what would happen within different antardashas of this Mars Mahadasha in that video. This person is going through Mars Mercury at this point in time, and then Mars Ketu will follow. So uh, I would want him to be careful for the next 6 months or the first 6 months of 2025. um, and Mars Mercury should be okay for him. Be watchful from a communication standpoint, but should be okay for him. It is not much of a problem. See, I think this is definitely a business chart. Okay, there is no doubt about it. Second lord is going into 11th. Um, Ninth lord and 10th lord are sitting in ninth in retro. So there is a lot of chestabal, as we say, is also in place. Venus is in combustion. Relationships are not great for this guy, and somewhere there is a lack of creativity in the thought process in whatever business venture they are trying to explore. My suggestion will be for them to consider any food related business. They are going to do well. And when I say food related, just doesn't mean that you open a restaurant and sit there. Anything in that entire value chain, in that entire ecosystem, is going to be pretty good for them. That is number one. They're also going to do well in the technical field. Okay, any kind of um, technology, and just don't see technology from software development. It could be anything. It could be electronics. It could be um, any kind of a manufacturing sort of stuff. But it has to be industrious. It has to be like a factory kind of a setup. That thing is going to do well. And whatever that is, it has to be in a high knowledge industry. Okay, so say if you are doing work in food industry, it just doesn't mean that you are just simply serving food on a platter and running a side stall. That is not the chart for this person. This person has to bring in some sort of technicality into it. For example, the food cuisine could be of such that you need cottage cheese or cheese of different varieties to make that food. It's a different cuisine or something of that sort. Or if they are in a manufacturing industry, they have to manufacture something which is related to technology. So you have to see that what are the avenues, but this person's real success will come in when they move away from their birthplace. So they have to be away from their birthplace post marriage. And yeah, moving away from birthplace will happen in the second half of life, and it's going to be very very good. Okay, and right now is exactly the period that is required to run this dasha. Mars Mahadasha period is running. Please go ahead, Gurukul, and suggest this person to watch that video. I've done a very detailed insight on that front. This person will exactly know what to do in the next 3.5 years. Okay, But I hope that answers your question and gives clarity as to what sort of business area they would be interested in, and that might work out for them. Okay. So we'll pick up the next question, and that is of A72 Akshita Kohli. Hello, Akshita. Good to see you after a gap. Um, Please tell me about my career. 9th Feb 1996. 9th Feb 1996. 3:25 a.m. New Delhi. 3:25 a.m. New Delhi. All right, Scorpio ascendant, Jupiter in second with Mercury, Sun is in third, Saturn and Mars. Mars is combust sitting in fourth with Saturn. Okay, Venus is with Ketu, Moon is with Rahu, and then you have everything empty in the other houses. Um, Akshita, your sixth lord is Mars, and it is going in, sitting in combustion in your fourth house. And I think I had told you last time as well, that you will have lot of troubles in life that will unfortunately keep walking to you. And I think you reached out to me personally as well, suggesting that how you are facing challenges from your home front and challenges on that front, all litigations coming in your way. See, that is unfortunately, when I look at the chart, it kind of keeps popping up so evidently. Conflicts become a central or a focal to your life. Okay. At the same time, if I see Saturn is in its own sign and it is aspecting the 10th, um, and yes, being in that industry of conflicts is pretty much possible. Okay. But let me look at your D10 as well today. Hold on. Yes, Akshita, you should pursue profession in law. Okay. See, you will do well in this profession. I cannot promise that you will be a judge because your Saturn is the one which is, it's in a tricky spot. And दशम का लॉर्ड द्वितीय में आ गया. So profession में gains देगा. And then Saturn वहाँ से आके 8th में आ गया. Yeah. See, choose a career where you gotta be some bit political as well, guys. Just give me 1 second, 1 second, guys. All right, I hope I fixed it. So what I'm trying to say is that, see, your career can be in the field of law. Okay, and you will have to bring in certain instincts of, um, being in that conflict management, and like somewhere you need to bring in political elements in your career. Like you have to, how should I say, you'll have to be street smart. You'll have to be, like, law definitely is a field, but I'm not able to promise being a judge because it's the dignity of Saturn in your D10. However, the good bit is that it is in mutual aspect with Sun. It does give a probability, to be honest with you. My only inhibition is that, oh, I didn't realize there is an exchange between Mars and Saturn. Beautiful. That is a good thing. Exchange is the most powerful thing that can happen. It is at least happening in your D10 as well. I did not realize that. Well, I will recommend you to pursue law as a profession. I will definitely recommend you to pursue that. And commercial, 10th lord is also going in third, and it is going 6 places away from itself. Yes, law should be, you should pursue that. But see, you will have, personally for you, you will have a lot of litigation related problems as well, or health related problems that will come to you. That is unavoidable. That is my only worry. Or, sorry to break this, maybe you might not be one of the best lawyers or the best judges, but legal field is going to play a critical role in your profession, in your career, and you should not drop it. You should pursue it. Okay. Hmm. And D4 says that luck doesn't favor you easily, so you will have challenges in selection process and all that stuff as well. You have to see, Akshita. You have to put a strong fight. That's all I can say. It's going to be a tough battle, Akshita. You have to pick up a strong fight and battle hard for your success. Okay. So I hope that answers your question. I will pick up Preeti's question now. Hello, Preeti. Good to see you again. 17/10/1993. 17/10/1993. 9:59 a.m. All right, man. I'm trying to charge something. Somehow my charging slot is misbehaving this morning, man. Okay, so Preeti's question is, hello, sir. I've started doing the remedies. I wanted to ask. Thank you, Preeti. Thank you. You started doing the remedies. I was worried about it. I wanted to ask, my maternal uncle always advises me to switch to finance and accounting field job. Will I get success in that? Finance and accounting field job. One second. See, I remember I distinctly told you to work in far away from your hometown. That is number one. Number two, no, why is he recommending you finance and accounting, boss? See, Jupiter is combust. Mercury is going to the 12th house itself, which is a natural state of debilitation for Mercury. It is the lord of your 8th and your 11th, and coming into 12th. Yes, you can find gains, but you will find gains in a distant land. And I will urge you to figure out, see if I don't see a good situation with that happening. Hold on, I'll see your detail as well. Hold on. You should you should continue to work in a multinational corporation. Ideally, it should be a technology corporation, and you should find a way to climb the ladder in a tech corporation. I know you are not a techie, Preeti. You told me that, and I distinctly remember that. Even if you want to explore FNA, FPNA, as they say in the industry, even if you want to explore FPNA as a domain, my recommendation would be that explore that domain within the tech organization. Like, technology in a large MNC corporation should be a key element to your profession. You should not step out of it, or else there is a lot of, like, I don't. see easy success without that. You can explore FP&A as a domain. What do I mean by domain? That you can acquire finance and accounting knowledge, use that as a part of consulting framework, or use that as a part of some sort of technology engagement areas, or in terms of end customer areas. But you being an FP&A professional, or you being an accounting professional, is not the ideal profession I will recommend. However, if you have interest in that space and you still want to pursue it, see whether or not in your immediate circle it gives you an opportunity to go somewhere or travel somehow or not. Long distance travel to do accounting is important in that case. That's the only way out. Okay, that's the only way out, Preeti. And please continue to do the remedies that I'm telling you. You will find a answer with respect to that. But without that, I see it to be very challenging. Yeah, what is your dasha running? 1 second. Mercury is coming into play. That's why everybody wants to get into accounting. What is happening? Everything is in your 12th house. Yeah. Ideally, in your case, Preeti, I will urge you to figure out a strategy that you actually go as far as you can. Like if you can seek international opportunities somehow, that should be a priority in your career. You are going to do remarkably well once that happens. So figure that out. I think I've answered your question. If not, please post it again later, and we will try and do a double click in terms of understanding from your industry how this can be planned out. Okay. But that is my request to you. All right. Sanatani Joe. Sanatani Joe is the first member of this channel. Um, and guys, the guy cracked a pretty decent job. He and I have been in touch on a regular basis through this as well as separately, and the guy cracked a good one. So kudos to him for all his efforts. August 13th, 1979, 10:31 a.m. Pune. All right. Thinking of leasing Tesla and says there are yoga right now. Good time to lease per chart. I know, man. The leases are. I bought my Tesla at like what 80 plus grands. It's freaking crazy. I bought it when Elon had put it at the highest price point, and I don't know what. Um, but good idea. Now that you have a new job, Sanatani Joe, you wanna get a new Tesla. All right. So you are also going through your Mars Mahadasha. Watch the video. I've released the Mars Mahadasha video, and you will find a lot of resonance in that. And boss, you watch the video. I've given the answer there. You are running through Mars Venus, and I've literally given the answer there. Some luxurious purchase will happen. It's your dasha speaking. I yesterday shot the video, and I released it late night, afternoon, morning India time, and clearly, man, you're running through Mars Venus. I have exactly mentioned this, that in Mars you are going to make some pricey acquisitions with Venus Antardasha coming in, and you're asking the same question here. So I'm not surprised. Um, and Jupiter. Yeah, I mean, I'm not at all surprised, man. I think you, no matter what I say, I think you know the answer, what will happen. So I don't need to say it because you know what the answer is and what's going to happen. Um, so let's just leave it at that. All right, Sanatani Joe, good time to lease or not, you'll find the answer, but you know the answer, man. You know the answer. So I think what we'll ask for is a treat, but go ahead. All right. All right, Mira. I like it, man. Go for X if possible, Sanatni Jo. It's a good period for that. They're giving pretty good deals on X as well. All right. Mira's question is, Sir, will this man get second divorce? He was already married once. Second marriage was 3 years on the verge of divorce. Will he get two divorces? Okay, July 18th, 1984. 18th July 1984. 2:30 a.m. Victoria. 2:30 a.m. Victoria. English River, Seychelles. Is that the place? Yeah. So Mira, um, is Taurus ascendant, Rahu in his first house, Ketu is in his seventh, Venus is combust with Sun and Mercury in the third house, Mars and Saturn sitting in his sixth. Mars is sitting 12th to itself. Divorce is 100% for him in the first divorce because Ketu is there and then Mars is 12th to itself. Um, that is not avoidable. Now we have to look at the second marriage. Okay, so let me just reread the question once again. So, okay, you're saying second marriage was 3 years ago. Let me look at the dasha as well. Hmm. Second marriage looks a lot better for him, actually. Hmm. 12th, 11th, 10th. But then it looks a lot better. But I see a lot of arguments in this guys. See, the relationship for this person is not going to be great, Mira. Like every, no matter like whether married or not, like there's, see, or his sperm count could have some impact, or um, he might struggle with progeny, or he'll struggle with progeny too. Or I don't want to give any personal thing feedbacks here on this one because we do a public one. So um, like relationships are going to be turbulent for this person. They're not going to be great. Okay, and I see argumentative situation like ego clashes kind of a thing in the second marriage too for him. However, his second marriage is way better than his first marriage. His first marriage would have been a disaster. His second marriage is way better, and maybe it's the baggage that the person carries into the second one. Some kind of stress I see. Okay, but see, Jupiter is retro in the eighth house. Okay, and for the second marriage, it forms the sixth house. Because it is Jupiter, I have some hope. See, his second marriage quality is better than his first marriage. Argumentative mindset is there. Relationship, he'll struggle in any relationship that he forms in life. That is his lung lord itself. Actually, because he's not fixing it, one way for him to fix his life, one remedy, and actually that's a practical remedy, is um he will have to like he will have to serve women, or how should I put it? He has to be like, I'm not saying submissive, but like offering more respect, more love. That sort of a thing is a remedy for this person, in a way. Um, and somewhere he struggles with that. I don't know. His communication could be tricky because his Mercury is in a not in a good situation. And yes, there is a yoga of divorce for his second marriage too. Okay, But because it is Jupiter, sheer reason because it is Jupiter, he can save it if he wants. But his second marriage will be better than his first marriage, that is for sure. Again, I can look at the time periods as well. Yeah. See, in fact, right now he's running the Antardasha of Jupiter, which is the peak time for him to make that decision, all the way till end of 2025, till Jan of 2026. That is a period. It's a peak period this person is running. I don't know if he is your brother or spouse or whatever, but this person is running a peak period, and the most turbulent period for this person is till November of 2024. Okay, in fact, period till April of 2025 is a tough period, but the first period that I've said till November of 2024 is very, very difficult, very, very difficult. He has to be very patient if but it is just because of Jupiter. I strongly believe that if, and Jupiter is retro and in its own sign, so it can save things as well. You never know, it can save things too. Jupiter has the ability to save things. Yeah, that is my answer to you. I mean, I can go on to check on Navamsha and all that stuff as well, but that is my answer, Meera. I hope that gives you clarification. We'll move on to the next question. We have a comment from Monica. Monica says, "Hello, Dave. Hello, Monica. Rama, I want to know his life, career path, Dave." So, career path, Rama. The reason I remember your question and remember I'm still able to answer is he had an exalted Jupiter sitting in the third. Um, Lagna Lord Venus is also exalted. Moon was in Lagna itself exalted, and that too Moon in the Lagna means both Moon chart as well as the Lagna chart is identical. Um, See, the interesting part is this person is going to, your brother is going to have interest in different professions in different phases of life. Okay, that is going to be very important to note. He will have interest in different professions because he will feel I'm good at so many things, or maybe he tastes success and he wants to replicate that success into different areas as well. So, but where will he perform the best is where I said that pick Saturn, because it's exalted Venus. दो तीन चार दो तीन चार एक बारह हाँ 11 and 10 exactly. So it is Saturn which was ruling the ninth and the 10th house for him. So ideally, if you are listening to this, Rama, he should be picking up a profession related to Saturn. That is where he will do extremely well. And other option is what I told him related to Mars, because real estate related stuff would also work out pretty well for him. And he had an exalted Mars too, Lord of Seventh. My gosh. Remember, there is one problem as well, and I need to tell this to you guys. You guys are my members. You guys have put a lot of trust in me, and you've come to this. See, when you have e- exalted planets, I never rate exalted planets to be the number one thing in a chart, because when you have too many exalted planets, all of them have debilitated aspect as well, straight bang opposite to itself. And these exalted planets, they make a habit of getting things so easy that the fighting attitude is not there. Remember, the pecking order is: number one is Parivartan Yoga, number two is the retrogression of planets, number three is any debilitated planets that are getting Neej Bhanga, number fourth is exalted planets, and then number five is planets in their own house or own signs. This is the pecking order you have to follow to see the quality of a chart. How powerful your yogas are going to give a result to you. See, I've given you a very powerful mantra on a reading day. I should ideally be making a video around this, but that is how you have to rate the quality of a chart. So too many exalted planets have that risk. Okay, but then still, I mean, how do I let five planets are exalted: Moon, Mercury, sorry, Moon, Jupiter, Venus, Sun, and Mars. Five planets for your brother are exalted. So even though in my pecking order it is at number 4 and number 5, still I give value to it because it is very powerful chart and multiple dhan yogas in place. Okay. So Ram, your brother has a very strong chart. You'll be like, just stick around him. Okay. All right. Now coming to Mira, I've already answered your question. I think you've posted your question twice, but before that, there's a question from Monica. We're gonna pick that up now. Can you go through a friend's chart and tell me when will he get married? His name is Rahul. All right. नाम तो सुना ही होगा. 5/3/1992. One second. I think this thing wants Rahul. 5/3/1992. 6:10 a.m. 6:10 a.m. and place of birth is Kolkata. All right. Let's see. So, what is the question, Mira? The question is, when will he get married? Okay. Jupiter retrograde sitting in the seventh house. Moon is combust in Lagna with Sun. The Sun is the lord of seventh. Okay. This guy is going to have multiple partners. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I just make these remarks and I don't realize I should. He has a good yoga to get married in 2026. The entire year of 2026, all the way till October, actually. Or rather, I should say from December of 2025 till October of 2026 is a very good period for him to get married. But he needs chart matching. Okay, he needs chart matching. His Mercury is debilitated. It's not getting any Neej Bhanga. And he's running through a Mercury Mahadasha itself. Huh. He's running through a Mercury Mahadasha itself. Uh, End of 2025 till most part of 2026 is a very good period for him to get married. In fact, he's running through that dasha right now as well. But I don't want, like, if this person is getting any offers and stuff, he could be getting offers right now as well. Like, he has a decent period running right now till December of 2024. There is a window, yes, at this point in time. For the next 3-4 months as well, there is a window, but I don't want him to get married through the course of 2025. My recommendation is, do not get married through the course. The dashas are not great. The better period will come from December of 2025 till October of 2026. That is going to be a much better period. Yeah, that is going to be a much better period. Okay. So Monica, I hope that answers your question. And you, but this guy needs chart matching here. See, there's a powerful Jupiter in retro sitting. Actually, the good thing is it is not the Lord. And this guy has Gaj Kesari Yoga as well in place. But a retro Jupiter, then Moon is combustion sitting in Lagna. So please do chart matching before getting married. Before he marries. Okay. All right, Monica, I hope. Kiran Satya says skipped mine. No, dude, I've already answered your question. Please rewind and listen back. You will find the answer. Mira, you posted that question pretty late. That when will his second marriage situation improve? I did not see that question. I just got scrolled through, and that's how I realized that. So I did not realize that. I'm so sorry. I'll just go back to the entire list, guys. I can't be scrolling out of this thing. So after Kiran Satya, the next question I see is Aditya KVC. Aditya's question will take up now. Aditya, 12th Feb 1997. 12th Feb 1997. 10:56 a.m. Kudapa. Kudapa. All right. So Aditya's question is when do you think I have a scope to get married and what kind of partner to expect? Anything to look out for? Just curious to know what can you interpret about my married life. Uh, Lagna chart and moon chart are the same. See, you are a person. I'll tell you first of all about you. You are a person who wants lots of love. Okay, Aditya, you are, and you will find it difficult to express your emotions in love. It's like you have lots of love filled inside you as a person, and you want lots of love from your partner. You are that kind of a person. 100% I can guarantee that. If I know astrology a little bit, I'm very confident of this thing. It's like it's like in a pot when you put mud, or when you start pouring water into that mud, and that mud soaks in all water. You are going to be like that. Like you can soak in any amount of love given to you. There are some people who are like, yeah, enough. Now I want my peace, my distance, my time, whatever that is. You will soak it in. Okay, so that is the first thing I want to tell you about you, and that is the kind of partner you will seek. Okay, the partner will be pretty looking. Okay, fairer in complexion than you, pretty looking person. Okay, yeah. Okay, and you want to know what kind of partner to expect. So yes, good looking person, feminine nature, but some sort of old school certain attributes, like some sort of a, like, girly yet traditional in mindset. That sort of a thing is what I anticipate. You are running through Sun Mahadasha. I urge you to check out my Sun Mahadasha video as well. You will get a lot of clarity during that video. Um, and your window, I think, is, or my suggestion is, where is your Mercury? Mercury is also sitting there. Okay. Yeah, I would want you to wait for some time. Okay. Ideally, wait for some time. You are running through a good period right now as well to get married, by the way. But I would still want you to wait for some time. You are running through a good period all the way till May of 2025. If you have any offers, or if you are in connection with somebody and you want to conclude on that, it may not be a bad idea. But if you've not yet spotted your partner, I want you to wait till the second half of 2027. Okay, I'm giving in 3 years here, but second half of 2027 till 2028 is a very good period for you to settle down, and I think you will settle down ideally in that period. I think you will settle down in that period. That's a very auspicious period for you. Very, very auspicious period. Maybe the best window is first half of 2028. First 3 months of 2028, you might get married at that time. Very strong chances. I know this is pretty late, I don't know, um, but I see a very strong positive period for you at that point in time. Okay, and yes, feminine person, fairer than you, fair complexion, uh, little bit of old school. I'm not able to exactly articulate what kind of old school, but and you could meet them at a workplace or through some of your office colleagues connection, friends of friends, something of that sort. It might have a connection from your profession. You might meet them from work or through work or something of that sort. Okay, so I hope that gives you clarity, buddy. Aditya, best of luck. We'll pick up the question for Anshuman Day. All right, Anshuman's details are 28/12/1983, 1930, Pani Hati. All right, Anshuman. So, what is your question? I need a job. Will I make it or not? Oh, Yakshub Bahuguna, please take back your contribution. This is not, there is no way for me to stop contributing because my members can contribute, and that is why it always remains open. I don't have the ability to stop it, guys. But Yakshub Bahuguna, please pull back and you don't contribute. This is a members only reading. You can watch and listen in. That's why it is open to public, but the questions are only taken for members, and only people who are part of Dev Astrology will get answers in this, because this is dedicated to them. Okay, so nobody else. I cannot waste my energy and effort into something addressing who are non-members. This is dedicated to my members. Okay, so Anshuman, um, you are out of job. That's what you're saying. And will I make it or not, or I won't? Uh, Man, once again. So Saturn. Yeah. Oh, I think, did I tell you or not? You might have been running through a tough phase. Ketu Antardasha is going on for you. Yeah. Yeah. See, I don't want to overpromise, and that's why I will keep it conservative. See, 1 year is tough for you, boss. Okay, till May of 2025. It is a tough period for you. But having said that, um, having said that, post November, December onwards, things will change. Okay. December onwards, Anshuman, things will change. You should be applying left, right, and center. December, January, you will start seeing some traction, and you might get an offer as well. Pretty good period for you, bro. Yeah. Actually, things could start moving from November also. We gotta put up a fight. Hmm. Anshuman, I see you are running through Ketu Antardasha. So the period is tough. It has impacted your career. I'm assuming earlier in the year you might have faced this problem right around when Ketu would have kicked in. Okay, but I see. Excuse me, guys. Thank you. Sorry, guys. So, what I see is that there's a definite improvement with that Jupiter Pratyantar coming in, and Jupiter sitting in your sixth house, the Lord of your sixth. Okay, and it's your ninth Lord as well, man. So it is going to help you. You will find traction. I think, you know, don't wait for the good time to come. Start efforts before the good time is about to come, so that when the right time is there, you are ready. If you have to collect water in a bowl from rain showers, will you just wait for rain to happen and then just spread your hands? No, You will try and figure out what equipments you can arrange so that you can carry that and put it under the rainwater and collect that water. Prepare with those equipment. Be ready. Prep yourself for that incident so that you can extract more value. Okay, so things are going to get better, but till May 2025 it's a tough period, boss. Like, you might not find interest, but post that things will be much better. Once Venus gets into this thing, then you will be sorted, because your Saturn is exalted, boss. Saturn is exalted. You will be able to find a job, but it's the current period which is a struggle period for you. Okay. Hmm. All right, so we'll take up the next question. It is also possible that you might have lost interest in your current job, and that would have happened. So I'll not be surprised. All right, Yesha, 22nd Feb 1995, 8:26 a.m. Vadodara. Right. So what's your question, Yesha? Wanted to know about the next 6 months or a year when I would get married. Would it be arranged or love? Uh, See, your marriage will be good. Okay, your spouse is going to bring in gains to your life. It's going to be a positive spouse, but somewhere I feel that there could be challenge in terms of your romance materializing into marriage. Again, ninth lord is coming to ninth, but Mars is getting debilitated. Oh, Moon is also getting debilitated. Exchange ho gaya. Awesome. So it's a parivartan yoga. Good, 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 good. That's a good thing. That is the most powerful yoga you need in a chart. Few minutes back, I was giving this perspective. You've got the most powerful yoga in your chart. So even though this Mars is retrograde, I'm not too worried now. Okay. Um so good. And this Mars is aspecting your seventh lord. So yes, ma'am, or yes, sir. I don't know. Uh, Yesha, I don't know your gender, but you have a good chance of having a love marriage because of this yoga. Okay. Now, if you are a girl, then in that case you'll have to ask your guy to be a little braver. Okay. But if you are a guy, you gotta gather that courage yourself. Okay, Yesha. So, oh, you're a female. Sorry, Yesha, I couldn't figure it out with the name. I just wanted to be gender neutral. Ketu Moon conjunction in your Navamsha. Okay, yeah. First get married, yeah. Stress will be there and all that drama will happen, but doesn't mean that marriage is not there. That will be there. Okay, don't worry about it. But my point is that you are running through Mercury. Okay, so you are running through the Mahadasha of your seventh, and then Mercury Rahu. mm, After 1 year, let Mercury Jupiter come in and then get married. So you already know that. Okay, you shall wait for Rahu to get over. Rahu is in your eighth house here. I want you to push through marriage right now. But ask your, if you are in relationship, ask your partner or your boyfriend to be more. Somewhere there is a lack of confidence and willpower and stuff, but there is a parivartan yoga. I'll figure it out. Very nice, yeah. Very nice. And it's a good exchange. Fifth and ninth exchange. Very good. Very, very good exchange. And then Lugn Lord also coming and sitting in ninth. Beautiful. See, this is a good chart. Very interesting chart. Okay. So I hope that answers your question, but wait for, do not push for marriage in Rahu Antardasha. I will not want you to do that, Aisha. Just have some patience, push beyond that period, and that'll be better for you. Okay. All right, we'll move on to Aether. um Aether, welcome to Dev Astrology. I think you've joined the channel recently, because let me have a quick look. Yes, Aether, welcome to Dev Astrology. Thank you for putting in your trust and faith in me. Um, and let's get started with your reading. 6/7/2004. 2004. 8:41 a.m. Delhi. All right. So let's see, what's your question. Currently anxious about job and career, as I should ideally get a placement for after graduation 2025 July within the next 6 months. Please get in the next 6 months. I'm a student abroad studying law, looking for placements in corporate law. All right. In Lagna, you have Jupiter. Where is your sun? It is sitting in 11th, in conjunction with Saturn, which is combust. So explains law, interest in law field. Okay. And Saturn is the lord of your sixth as well, and seventh as well, and it is in combustion. Oh boy. Oh boy. And from your moon chart perspective, moon is your sixth lord sitting in Lagna. Okay. But Mars is sitting there with Mercury. Boy. Okay. Where is your Dasha chart? So, what is the period that you're asking for? Okay. You're asking for 2025. Let me look at the periods. Um, yeah. So, first of all, you will settle abroad. Okay. You might have some visa related issues and stuff, but you will still settle abroad. See, because Mercury is in a problem. When Mercury goes into the 12th, like, I think it brings some challenges with settlement, but you will finally settle abroad. That is clear to me. Okay. And second bit is, you will get a job, dude. Either you will get a job. Don't worry about it. Yeah, boss, you'll get a job. And I'll tell you, you will get the job in the first half of, highest probability of you will be in between Jan to March. You will crack a job. My blessing is with you. I'll tell you, Mars is giving an exalted aspect to your sixth. You are running within Jupiter, your Venus Dasha. Venus is in your 10th, being the 10th lord itself. Um, it is also the lord of your third. So efforts will be there, and you will put in good amount of efforts. Don't worry about it. You need to put good amount of efforts. Efforts are going to be very, very critical. And then within that, see, I've not said moon, because moon Pratyantar Dasha is the period when you might start having interactions. Okay. In fact, you could start having interactions and reaching out to people right now. Start networking right now. It's a very good period for you to network and just present yourself, project yourself to the market. Your sun is in 11th. It's a good position. Okay. And When Mars kicks in, Mars is in 12th. It is the lord of your ninth, okay, going in 12th, and then from there it is aspecting to an exalted aspect your sixth. It's a good period for you. So that is the window when I see you cracking it, the best offer. Even post that, when Rahu period comes till up till July 2025, that gives you a decent chance, because this Rahu is going to operate like a Mars. But a better period post that will be that of, again, that of Jupiter, which is in your Lagna. Okay. But I think you will not need to push all the way through that. You will be able to crack a job in the first half of 2025. Aether. So good luck. All right. All right. Power and passion has retracted. Good job. Harsha Gurukul says it's my husband's job. He's always on business. He's a spiritual healer teacher now. Okay, Gurukul. Gurukul, I hope you are from Taipei. I can recollect now. I hope you guys figure out a strategy to move away from your birthplace. That is very, very important. Uh, okay. Okay. So you say that you guys plan to move. Okay. Good. Akshita says, hi, life is full of troubles, remedies. I told you the remedies, Akshita. Start doing Hanumanji's puja. That is important for you. Yeah, see, that is a decision I'm not able to help you with. See, you ask for judiciary, and somewhere I see that maybe law is a better choice. I get that feeling, but I could be completely wrong. And I try to do your D10 again today. Maybe law is the better choice for you. Yeah, so pursue law, but I'm not an expert in that field, so I will not. I don't understand which one to pick. Okay, so I have a few more questions from Dishant Thakur and One World Through a Lens. Um, yeah, Anshuman Day, man, I know, man. That's what I'm saying. Just be patient. Your better period will come, and I'm not surprised in this Ketu Dasha you lost it. So we have Roberto, we have Dishant, and we have World Through a Lens. We'll take up questions of these members. So Dishant, let's take up your question quickly. Um, hold on. 12th of August 1998. 12th of August 1998. 11:13. Dude, you've not put in your details properly. Like, you are very excited to ask the question, but you have not put in your place of birth itself. Okay, Pathankot, finally. And Dishant, it gets very confusing when you put in so many line items. Take time, do not rush, take time to articulate your question and put it in one go. It makes my life simple, and so does yours, okay? So the question is, sir, I consulted you and asked about job prospects, but my mind getting diverted to go and study abroad in data science. Will it be good or not? Or should stick to job prep? Earlier, you told me I have a window from October to March to crack exam, and told me that after that window it's late. I keenly wanted to know about other windows. Please, sir, tell me about my chances of getting success in share market. I'm very boss. You are asking so many questions in all different directions. Now you are asking again about clearing your exam. So, Venus Rahu is running, and I'm very confused. What exactly I'm supposed to answer? एक सेकंड. So diverted to go abroad in data science. Will I go and do data science abroad? Okay, I'm not ideally in favor of that. Mercury is retro and combust. Uh, should I stick to job? Earlier you told me. And no, I'm not in favor of you pursuing education on data science. Ideally, your fifth lord is debilitated, sitting in seventh. Mercury is combust and retro. It's the lord of your 12th as well. You will try and do that, but it will not let you settle there easily. You will struggle with that. um, I have a window from October to March to crack the exam. So yeah, I would have told you that because of Jupiter being retro and sitting in its own sign in the sixth house. So I would have told you that is the window. Correct. The other windows did I keenly wanted to know about other windows. What do I tell you about other windows, man? Other chances as late as 2026 November to February of 2027. That is the other window. Uh, that's the only other possibility. Yeah, Saturn is debilitated. I don't think in Saturn Pratyantra Dasha you will be able to crack your exam. I don't think that will be able to give you success at that point in time. Your best window is from October of 2024 till March of 2025. Those 3 4 months as the best window that I see that you can crack your this thing. So uh, the other window is the Moon Pratyantar Disha, which is in from November of 2026 till Feb of 2027. It is pretty late, and that's why I was not commenting on it. Your success in stock market is not going to be extraordinary. Your fifth house has Ketu. It has the Lord of which is debilitated Saturn. Remedy, I think, for that would be Saturn's remedies. Start visiting or doing Hanuman Chalisa every Saturday, if not on a daily basis. Offering mustard oil to Shani temple. That is another bit that you can explore. But it's not going to be easy, man. Um, start giving water to Surya. Start worshipping Surya and start addressing remedies of Saturn. Maybe that gives you a possibility of making some additional incomes, and that can pan out better for you. Okay, Dishant, because that is the best way I see you. See, my recommendation is do not consider stock market as your full-time job or your full-time profession. It will not suit you well. If you are considering that as a side hustle, then I'm okay. Okay, and that too with the remedies that I've suggested. So just try and do that. Data science, Mercury is combust and retrograde. I will think twice if I were in your shoes before jumping into a profession or course and going abroad. That is my recommendation. All right. All right. So we will now move on to Kaustubh. His date of birth is 1st of April 1997. Kaustubh, you've not put in your time of birth, man. Foreign settlement opportunity is there, but Dishant, but it is going to come with a lot of struggles. Mercury gives a lot of struggles in foreign placement, and in your case, it is getting combust as well and retro. Yeah. All right, 10:15 a.m. I found the time of birth for you, Kaustubh, and birthplace is Pune. All right. So the question is, you took a look at my chart last time. What field can I make good career in? My skills are creative writing and fitness coaching. Uh, Creative writing is a good profession for you actually. Writing is going to be good for you. Um, and also because your moon is the lord of third and going in the eighth, so you should be hidden about it. And Mars is in your fourth and it is in retro motion, so it is kind of supporting your third house as well. So from those angles it is pretty good. um, Mars is also aspecting your 10th, so fitness coaching, I think that gives you an indication there too. See, there are two things. See, if you want to stick in a job kind of a thing, see, your sixth lord is Venus and it is your lagna lord as well, and it is getting into exaltation, but it is also coming into combustion. Okay, whilst your seventh lord is Mars sitting in retrograde in your fourth house, aspecting your 10th, and your 10th lord is Saturn, which is also going in combustion. I will urge you that you get in some sort of a business transaction model here, Kaustubh. It is very important for you to explore some sort of a, like, let me see your dashas too. Oh, you're running through Mars dasha. Check out the Mars Mahadasha video, Kaustubh. You will get, at least you can tell me that how much of it resonates with you. Okay, how much of it resonates with you. And this is the period, the last three antardashas that are coming for you, Kaustubh, are exactly the dashas that I've referred in the video that are going to be extremely amazing. So you might want to figure out a strategy as to how you make full use of it. My my goal would be here that in this creative writing and this fitness thing, you see, fitness is the right direction for you. It's a good direction for you. Okay, writing is also a good combination. But I want you to get in some sort of, are you making your Instagram and TikTok kind of reels and stuff and posting them? You should do that. If you're not doing it, Kaustubh, you must do that. And you should specifically target female audience. Okay, and you'll be surprised, but older female audience will give you a lot of business. Yeah, older female audience could give you a lot of business as well. Okay, Kaustubh. So bring in social media angle to your business. I want you to think about business in the long term and not just think of doing your own gig, or if not, at least plan to start a side hustle where you can expand and become self-employed sort of thing, and you can make some additional gains. That's going to be very very good for you. The only challenge is that there are so many planets in the 11th house. It makes you so desirous that the desire is getting fulfilled becomes very less. And I've told that in my 11th house video as well. That's the problem. But having said that, I think if you channelize your energy of 7th house, Mars retrograde is powerful, aspecting your 10th house. It is also going to give a partial aspect to your ninth. So it's going to be a good thing. And it kind of brings in a very strong Mangal dosha as well in your chart. So, Kaustubh, you may want to be like watchful on that front too. Okay. So, I hope that answers your question. With that, we'll move on to the next. Uh, Meera has made some remarks. It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead, sir. Will the second marriage end? See, I told you, Meera, in that chart, the risk is um, that this person has Jupiter retrograde sitting in the house prior to the second marriage, and the current dashas that he's running through, especially till end of this year or November, if I remember the time period correctly, are very challenging. So you will have to figure out a way to overcome this period. However, Jupiter is a benefic planet, so it can save that marriage as well. There is a possibility of saving that marriage. But if you're not yet married to this person, and I'm assuming that is the reason you're asking all these questions, then my suggestion will be, um, please do not rush. Have a chart matching done and then go for it. Okay. All right. With that, we'll pick up Roberto's question. October 10, 1966. 10, 10, 1966. 8:28 a.m. Urua Pan. All right, so you found a a part-time job, and I think Roberto, long time back, I'd given you the prediction that in the second half of this year you will see some sort of income coming in for you. So congratulations, first of all, congratulations are on the order, that you've been able to finally crack a job. That's a good thing. Um, it will grow. It will grow over a period of time. You might be able to make it a full-time profession as well, Roberto, to answer your question. Why? And I'll give you an answer. I gave you answer that you might be able to find something part-time was because of your Rahu post Mars Pratyantar Dasha. I had said this. In your Rahu Mahadasha, Mercury Antar Dasha, you will be getting Jupiter's Pratyantar Dasha starting from October, and your Jupiter is exalted, boss. So there is a high probability, Roberto, that you might be able to convert this into something full time, or you will really excel at this thing. You will impress your bosses. They will like it. Yes, they will like it. They will like your. Yeah, it's a good period for you. It's a good period for you, and they will like whatever you do. So I see positive improvement. You have to make sure that you make full use of the time till December, end of this year, so that by Jan onwards you get a full time conversion, or before that. Okay, Roberto, try and do that before that, because it's a very good period. You should make full use of it. All right. I see. Yes, all the questions are answered. Yes, I see all the questions are answered. And I think with that, we'll conclude today's reading, guys. Thanks a lot for your participation and your trust and faith in me. Thank you for joining in. Please watch in the Mars Mahadasha video. It's a detailed video that we've done, and we'll conclude on all the Mahadasha series. So, some of you who are running Rahu, I will be coming up with Rahu video as well in the next couple of days, and hopefully, you should enjoy that too. All right. Thanks for your time. Om Namah Shivaya. God bless you. And have a great weekend. Bye bye.